Hello there guys, and welcome back to the Healing Witch mini-series. So this is going to be healing with crystals, and it's sort of following on from the pink tourmaline video. And I was having a sit and think about the different ways in which I wanted to present ideas of healing for this particular series that I haven't done and said before. And I decided we would carry on from where we started, from the pink tourmaline, which had been a major crystal that was coming up over and over again within terms of healing, and had come up quite a bit this week. And the idea that I wanted to present was the idea of the healing circle. So this is sort of a two-part spell work or meditation work that you can do, and I'm just going to talk about setup and why, and then what you would go on and do. So this is the initial setup that I am going to be using. Now I have chosen to use, and I'll have to apologise for the light, this is as bright as it's been in 3 days, so hopefully you can see okay. So here and here I have the two rough pieces of pink tourmaline, and then the little pink tourmaline are in here. And then in between that is some larger pieces and some smaller pieces of strawberry quartz. I'll just zoom in so hopefully you can see a little bit better. There you go, this is pink strawberry quartz, and then this is pink strawberry quartz, little one here. I wish I could get some more of the big ones. I haven't seen them anywhere around here at all. I only can see the little tiny ones, and I really do like these size. And then this is ruby and lepidolite, which is one of my favourite tumblestones. So we zoom out and the light, yeah, there we go. That's a bit better, thank you camera. So the idea behind this is the initial setup, and it goes like this. The first part of the spell work or the meditation work, or however you want to embrace it on whichever vibration, whichever level you want to embrace it, is to set up a sort of intention of healing. So the candle in the centre will represent you, and you can carve your name on it if you like, and then you can anoint it if you do so desire. You can anoint it with all manner of essential oils and things, but I think I would probably go with rosemary personally. Rosemary is a non-expensive essential oil for the most part, unless you're very unlucky, and it's a good purifier. Let's actually grab some meanings for rosemary essential oil. One moment, I thought I got everything. I've got everything else. I didn't think of that because the focus here obviously is on the crystals. Come on. Right. So I'm having a look at the Malden Family World Press, which is a very good site for the magical properties of essential oils. Try and link that, or remember to link that down the bottom. So in terms of which essential oil you choose for your healing is really, I would go from your gut and sort of do some research as well, but if you get on better with a particular essential oil, then go for it. So rosemary is healing, love, protection and purification. Brings protection to the unwell, so I like that very much. It helps get rid of negativity when burned in particular. Is a well-known healer in terms of an analgesic, antiseptic and decongestant. lifting exhaustion and awakening your heart. So that's what I chose on a spiritual level, on a just sort of unconscious level. I just felt very drawn to use rosemary this time, and it works along what we're actually doing. And there is a level in this healing setup of allowing yourself to heal yourself. So there's an element of self-love involved, because we are our own worst enemies and we can often cause ourselves to be sick. Now I'm a Virgo, and I'm in my head a lot anyway, so I know that stress can make us physically sick, and it can be tied into our impressions of ourselves, our mental well-being, our emotional well-being, and especially in terms of how tough we are on ourselves and things of that nature. So for healing to occur, especially if you're like me in this respect, you have to really bring the self-respect, self-love element in and say, you know what, I deserve to be healed, I need this, and I shouldn't be ashamed of needing it. So the setup goes like this. You are setting up a spell circle right here, right now, in this setup, to preempt the act of healing. This part of the spell work is to give up your intent to the universe in, you know, this is what I want to do, this is why I want to do it, I need the healing, I need to connect with the universal energies, I need to feel loved by the universe, by my God, by my goddess, I need to feel rested, more balanced, and I need this, is what you're saying. And then what follows from this, what I would do, is then take the same crystals and with this setup here, create a circle in which you sit. So you're gonna, in my circumstance, I sit in the bedroom on a mat and I surround myself with the circle of crystals. And sitting in a circle of crystals is something I really, really love doing. It grounds me, it brings me back, it has a little bit of that mystical witchy sense, so if you're feeling a little bit out of it with regards to your witchy path, it's something it's something very metaphysical about sitting in a circle of crystals. It's a psychological pick-me-up maybe, I don't know, but it really does sort of bring back that spiritual sense. And once you are in the circle, you're going to engage in healing meditation, and that's why I actually have the two larger crystals. So this is my favourite healing cluster, as well as the generator point, which is quartz, which is the big daddy of healers, the multi-purpose healer. My cluster over here is actually quartz, snow quartz and strawberry quartz. It's my baby and I love it, especially for healing. It really, really, there's nothing better than it for healing, really. As well as utilising any and all crystals in which you've decided to go forward. So, you don't need to be using the crystals that I'm using. You can use any crystals that have called to you in the your healing journey, if you like. These are all pink and white, quite specifically. So we're going to talk about colour magic, then we're going to talk about symbology, and then we're going to talk about the properties of the crystals themselves, and moving on to the meditation ideas going forward. So if you haven't seen Colour Therapy and the New Science of Spell Breaking, I suggest you go take a look. It's a fascinating and quite obvious when you think about it, list of colours being used to break negative magics. Pink is used to break all forms of negativity, as well as feelings of neglect, melancholy, and a belief that one is unspecial. Dispels dispels violent and evil thoughts. And fuchsia breaks spells related to procrastination, obesity, eating disorders, feeling unattractive, jinxes relating to matters of the heart. White breaks all negative spells in general, especially those that manifest in different or unpredictable ways. reverses static or confused energies and jinxes in general. So there's a whole list of how you can utilise colour magic for actually breaking spells and deflecting negativity and things of that nature. In terms of healing magic, especially in the time of the waning moon, which we're in right now, it can be really useful to sort of change your perspective about what you are actually doing and really feel out the energies that you are using. So some people won't do healing magic in the waning moon, thinking that, you know, they can't manifest feeling better, growth in some circumstances. However, if you change how you think about it and utilise the waning moons in terms of banishing certain things, so here pink being banishing neglect, melancholy and unspecial feeling, and related to negative magics which may be making you unwell, as well as feeling confused and stuck in terms of white magic, so white candle magic, sorry, and these things are all really important. So not only are they correlating to the sort of self-love element and the heart chakra element and a general sense of peace, but they're aligning to these colour magics in terms of what we want to get rid of as it's waning moon right now. Then we have 3 circles. We actually have a circle within a mirror circle within another circle, and 3 is very important in the Celtic pantheon. It's pretty important in a lot of particularly modern versions of pagan paths as well. A circle within a circle within a circle, and the circle is symbolic of the cycle, life, death and rebirth being 3 by 3, as well as being the goddess number. And there is something very divine feminine about this particular healing setup. It has that sort of gentle, softer mother approach, even maiden approach to being gentle with yourself and celebrating yourself. And you have to embrace that energy of celebrating yourself in order to heal yourself, because you have to believe that you are worth the energy that's going into this, that you are worth the healing magic as it is. The 3 cycle symbology comes up here in particular because it's keying into the cycles life, death and rebirth, and that's not just in terms of we live, we die, we are reborn, but those cycles we go through all the time. You could see those cycles on a monthly basis, a weekly basis even, and in some cases a daily cycle, because death cycles can just be the end of something and then being reborn from that. And in this circumstance, we want to put death almost to the situation whereby we are sick in whichever way that we want to be reborn from, recover from. So, in terms of this spell work, you want to previously cleanse yourself, have a cleansing bath, something along those lines, and ground yourself. And something that I've been reading about a lot this week and keep coming across is using black kyanite to ground yourself. And there was the Southern Hemisphere Pagan showed on Facebook this information about black kyanite, and to place it between your feet. So you stand or sort of sit with your feet on the floor, and place black kyanite between your feet and ground and centre yourself, and it's a really, really amazing crystal for just pulling all negative energy off and just grounding any excess energy, grounding any negative energy that's been spellcast and stuff against you, that sort of thing. You can also use black tourmaline, of course, which would correlate really nicely with the pink tourmaline that we're actually using here. So, before I talk about the crystals, which is the last thing I'm going to do, we're going to talk a little bit about why do this before you circle. You know, why set up this little bit of spell work with your mirror, and why set your intention to the universe, basically. So I was sat there thinking about it myself, and I was like, I did this on instinct, as I do a lot of the magical work that I feel needs to be done. It becomes an instinctual thing, and it's listening to your intuition and what needs to be done. And it can help in a sort of twofold way. The first way is within yourself. It's like a state of preparation in terms of the healing setup. Healing magic can sometimes feel overwhelming, and then whatever's getting in our way can sometimes stop us from actually engaging in healing magic itself, because we start to feel like I can't be bothered, I'm too tired, I don't deserve this, and all those feelings of blah, 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 sort of mount up and mount up and mount up and stop us from doing the healing work itself. So by doing this, you're sort of setting your intention, and it's pretty to look at, and it's having a positive effect on your psyche. Again, you don't have to use the crystals that I used. You may want to use different crystals. You want more of an umphy, or more of a masculine, or more of a vibrant energy filled, in terms of zingy energy rather than gentle self-love energy crystals and things. You can switch those up, but as long as you are looking at the healing setup and thinking, right, that's good, I know where I'm coming from, I'm putting my mind in the right place, I'm getting my thoughts and intentions lined up within myself, getting ready to do the healing work. And then you anoint your candle and you're filling it with intention, and you're getting yourself in that space, in that frame of mind where your vibrations are going to match what you want to be doing, which is healing work. The two larger crystals, by the way, are here to hold within the second part, where you would circle and sit in it, and then you take one of your bigger crystals in with you, unless you didn't have one, and then you could just take a tumblestone in with you and just meditate on, or have some soothing music going about healing yourself. And one of the best and most easy ways is just to visualize light passing through each of your chakras and just cleaning yourself out, unless you're after something specific, and then you surround that in pink in this case, or white in this case, light, and pulling down that healing energy from the universe. So because you are going to be going into a circle, and this is about a crystal circle, you can also create an energy circle if you so desire, you are then going and asking the universe for that healing energy to help you feel better in whatever respect you are aiming to be healed. So by doing the preparation work, you're already sending excuse me, you're already sending the message to the universe that you require this healing energy, you require this aid. And so then when you sit in the circle and you're meditating and you're pulling your energy into yourself and filling yourself up and replenishing yourself, you've already set your intention, you've already requested it, and it's sort of polite in a way. You know, this is my intention, this is what I require, and then I'm going to set it up and pull down from the universe. And it's just kind of honouring the divine before you do it, polite and respectfully, basically. So then the crystals in question. So I've talked at length about pink tourmaline in the other video, so I'm not going to do that. But healing and self-love and heart chakra in very basic terms. So the other ones that we have here are strawberry cores. Helps create a harmonious, loving environment and cloaks you in spiritual love wherever you may be. It's spiritually insightful, enables discovery and meditation. Lessens the restrictions you place upon yourself, assists in reprogramming false beliefs, bringing in a positive view. Dream recall, understanding message of dreams. Enhances self-esteem, reduces anxiety, facilitates clear thinking, calms an agitated mind, brings joy and happiness, as well as other positive feelings, heals anxiety and heals the heart. And so basically the entirety of this is very much a self-love and connecting to the divine love of the universe. Lepidolite has the sort of, it's a facilitator of change, so it helps you through periods of transition, especially when things are really difficult. and in terms of healing magic, that may well be something you require. The ruby in the ruby and lepidolite really pumps that up a step as well. Helps remove blockages, so if you feel that your energy is blocked in some way, your connection to the divine is blocked in some way, your energy being free to flow where you want it to be in terms of, you know, your mental and emotional well-being is being blocked by whatever, then lepidolite is really fantastic for removing such blockages in terms of healing anyway. Reduces stress and depression, excuse me. Relieves despondency, it overcomes insomnia, stabilises bad mood swings, and helps overcome emotional or mental dependency, as well as releasing from addictions and complaints of all kinds. It helps you to release negative psychological and behavioural patterns for more positive ones. Stimulates the analytical sense, objectivity, concentration, and helps us to sort of balance our emotions with regards to that. So if you were feeling really overwhelmed by your emotions in terms of depression and stress, and you were feeling that you didn't love yourself and that was getting in the way of your healing, then that would be a really fantastic crystal to use. So like I said, this... Oh, and by the way, the mirror within here is for reflecting your purposes, deflecting any negativity, which is really great for mirrors, but also reflecting your intention. It sort of, because it reflects the light and reflects the crystals, it sort of doubles the energy. So there you go. So that is healing with crystals, and hopefully I'm going to be looking at some different methods. I'm not going to show you how to set up a crystal circle to sit in, because literally you would just use those crystals after you've done this spell and circle them around yourself and sit and meditate, or however you best felt about connecting to the divine. I would sit with my Big Mama crystal and just relax and meditate with some soothing music. So that is going to be it for this video anyway, and we will hopefully be taking a look at some different alternative methods of healing soon. Many blessings.